Hello everyone, Richard C. Wilson here. I just wanted to record this short video on pandemic deals that we've closed over the last 8 months or so while the pandemic's been kind of taking over the world. Just 5 quick points about what's been working. We've closed around 15 investments. We're going to close 2 to 3 more here before the end of the year for a total of about $258 million of investment agreements signed. So the first thing is that good deals don't get closed. Exceptional investments with even better teams do. So if you just have an average deal or an okay deal, it's going to be a struggle. If you're having a struggle, you have to ask yourself how much of it is because the deal is just okay or pretty good versus truly excellent. A bad structure, by the way, can kill the best deal. Number 2, nobody owes anyone a response to their random email, yet almost nobody aims to add genuine value first. They just cold pitch. I find that people reaching out to me with a deal almost never look to add value. And there is a complaint sometimes like, hey, investors aren't getting back to me. It's like, well, they don't owe anything to get back to you. They don't know who you are. So to become relevant in a way where they care about why you exist on planet Earth, you should probably aim at adding value to them first. And if you're an investor looking to get in touch with other investors, framing it in a way that doesn't look like you're there to sell them something or to get them to invest alongside of you just so you can charge them a fee is very important. Everybody's being pitched on more things than they possibly have time to spend time on. And people just don't respond to emails that don't add value to them first unless there's some context around it, like a referral from someone. Number 3, don't see what everyone is doing and try to emulate them. Examine what's the best practice so you can offer something more aligned, more tax efficient, more effective. I often hear something that annoys me. People say, oh, well, is this how everyone does it? And like saying, oh, we should do it if that's what everyone does. Or isn't this industry standard fees? And almost like it's good if they do it because it's industry standard. You don't want to go and do something not knowing the industry standard because you might be worse than the standard. But you should know and study the industry standard, not to emulate them, but to be 1%, 5%, or 100% better than what the industry standard is. I don't know why anyone would want to just be industry standard. That's not going to get anyone to lean forward or really want to engage with you. But I see that all the time when people are trying to find their footing in the investment world. Number 4, during the pandemic, many businesses faced hard times and still are. Seeing now who adapted, grew, kept their team in place, and served clients and is being more helpful is basically who's going to be trending upwards in 2021. So over the last decade before the pandemic, things were just trending upward for a long time. But now seeing how people act during the pandemic, I think really says a lot about who they are and their team. And I think investors are watching that closely to see how it was handled because it was a big challenge for almost everybody. So it says a lot whether you did well, did okay, could keep your cool, etc. Well, things were rapidly changing and maybe hurting some parts of your business or investment portfolio. Number 5, investing in a proper structure, strategy, deal flow, and approach is 10 times more powerful than simply having the right contacts to do business with. In other words, learning how to fish is more important than someone handing you a few fish. 2 examples of this we see all the time. Some people come to our investor summit and they're rushing around so hard trying to shake everyone's hand to find a couple of investors that they miss listening to 50 investors on stage over a day. If they had just listened, they would have learned 10 strategies that could have helped them get more investors every week from their local community, or every investor meeting they have after that day. Now they're more intelligent in the conversation and they can have a better close rate. Or they could hear an investor on stage say, hey, I want to invest in high tech or biotech or stem cells or a private equity fund focused on Singapore. They could have heard an exact lead from an investor, but instead they're rushing around trying to get a contact or two and not focusing on strategy. Strategy is much more important than just getting a contact or two. Having someone hand you a fish is not nearly as valuable as teaching you how to fish every day. Same thing with, even though we're in the data business and we have familyofficedatabases.com and 49 niche investor directories, that's just one piece of the puzzle. That's why we teach through our workshops. That's why we have books, our podcast, our investor summits, etc. Because just having the contacts doesn't mean you can raise all the capital you need. That's one of 30 different things you need to have lined up. It's going to help things go faster if you have contacts versus not. But if it was only about the contacts, then I would just raise $100 billion and I wouldn't spend time recording this video for YouTube right now. So the strategies are what's at the core and are most valuable. The proper structure, the proper tax efficiency strategies, deal flow strategies, conversational influence, positioning, etc., and all the investment and risk management strategies as well. So I'm constantly learning something new. I've hosted 150 live events. I've hosted 50 live full day workshops that I've done. I've met in person with 2,500 investors, and I'm constantly learning new strategies. And I want you to join us and be learning them as well. If you'd like to learn more about what we're up to, check out familyoffices.com. We have a free book on our website, and I'd welcome you to join one of our workshops or investor summits coming up soon. This is Richard C. Wilson, and hope to see you soon at one of our live events.